All right, boys. It's happening. Oh, and during Legacy, like EL. Yeah, they're partially a lie, absolutely. I mean, again, like the DPS numbers, like everybody's saying, is kind of like not really like the score number isn't as important. What's my favorite fit in the game so far? Let me look, because this isn't actually the fit. Honestly, my favorite fit is the pink bodysuit. That's my favorite, because I just think it looks good. Probably out of the ones I have, because I don't have as many as you. Show us what you got. I don't have as many as you. Has so many mods, you like them? Yeah. Outside of that, I'll show you the ones that I have. I like the daily mascot. I think it's fun. I really liked, where is it? I really liked this. Like, this is something that if I was to put Rusty in this and take her out, I'd be like, God, that's hot. Right? Because it's just like, it's cute and sexy. It's not like overly revealing, but it's form-fitting, which makes it revealing, and then the back of it gives you like that nice little peek. Need to head out. No, I appreciate you, Abe. Thanks for being here, mate. Remember, Saturday we're off. More than likely we stream some on Sunday. The challenge Ice made is to be done only with a team. Try to beat challenge mode, you get destroyed. Challenge mode is a pain in the dick. You can do it solo, it's very hard. You will struggle very hard to do it with Ultimate Blair. If you're curious about doing the challenge Ice Maiden, and you want to build to do it, same, don't want spoilers. Yo, Kami, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys got to drop out for spoilers, know that I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys hanging out, and letting me know you're dropping for spoilers, so I definitely appreciate it. Saturday we're off stream. There's a good chance I'll do a small stream on Sunday, so just like keep your eyes on the space.
Hey, listen.
How'd you get your hair colored that way? I got it from the Nikki. I got it from Nikki, the Nikki expansion. Especially as the oversized glasses. Actually like the little glasses on her with it. Like, I like these. I like these with this outfit. I don't know why, I just do. Gonna do YouTuber. Super easy. Appreciate you. Yo, Afro, man. You don't have to, but just know that I appreciate you. Even if it's 30 cents, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the support, man. When it comes to for Mitra, head over to my YouTube channel. If you want to clear the Ice Maiden challenge mode, I have a build over there for SMO. You'll have to do the full SMO build, but that video explains everything you need to know to beat the Ice Maiden challenge mode, and it gives you the full build. But you will not, like, beating the Ice Maiden with Blair is very, very tough, because the debuff that Blair typically puts on enemies, he cannot do on the Ice Maiden, because you cannot debuff her. So you can do it solo, you can do it in a group. The challenge mode is very hard. The regular Ice Maiden, super easy. You can do her in like 10 seconds. Yeah, I really like the daily knit dress. I do like some of these. Like, I do think some of these like are sexy for sure. I really like the cooling suit. I think the cooling suit looks fucking great. I would say, yeah, this is probably one of my favorites. That's like not like a gooning skin. I like gooning skins, but sometimes they're just like kind of what they are, you know. The like Kunoichi ones are pretty good, but thanks for the advice, man. Trying to help you out. Hopefully it works for you. If not, you can always let us know. This is kind of nice. I mean, like, Eve's body proportions are fucked. She's like thick as shit in all the right places. But they change your body proportions depending on the outfit. That's the second model they use. I just noticed that. I was like, she went from no ass to big ass. The shape changes. Bro, that's not even like a change. That's like white girl, not white girl. Like that, like her whole back, like her torso's extended. Her fucking whole butt, she like doesn't go to the gym, goes to the gym. Doesn't go to the gym, goes to the gym. Like it's completely fucking different. Like the whole thing is like the whole body shape is different. Yeah, so she's definitely got some good outfits though. She's got some good outfits. I wish I had them all, but oh yeah, I wanted to change this back out to like, I wanted to finish out with something different. We'll put this back on. I do like the little glasses on her. Maybe the big ones look good to you guys, but like to me, I'm fine with the little ones. I like these because they're definitely sexy outfits, but they're not crazy. I think it's like a good amount, right? We can probably, let's change her hair up. Can I change her hair from here? From here? Oh, I think I might have to go to the barber. No, I don't have to go to the barber to change her hair. I only have to go to the barber to change her hair if I want to color it, right? Yeah, because I barely have any of the hairs. Like, I barely have any of them. Honestly, I'm just going to leave the one on her. I feel like it looks best. You can change and craft on the fly the hair. Okay. Because I remember there for a while you couldn't. Oh, you can just straight purchase this? Interesting. I didn't realize you could just straight purchase them. Until you said it, I didn't even realize it. Oh, I ran out of polymer materials. Big sad. I guess I could go back and buy some. I guess I can go back and buy some polymer materials, right? Let's go buy some polymer materials, get the rest of those hairs really quick. Dude, I like this controller's like fine or whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to buy a PS5 controller for my desk. Like the sticks on this just don't feel good. Yo, Afro. Thank you very, very, very much.
Afro Gaming 23 has become a member.
Thank you for becoming a member, mate. I appreciate you. Why not use controller we have? Because that's your controller. That's your controller. That's okay. I've been using this one this whole game, so I've been using this the whole time. Afro, thank you very, very, very much, mate, for becoming a member. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the channel. I 100% appreciate you. This is the nano one that I'm out of, right? You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. There was somebody that sold them, but we're just gonna vibe. Now, I do think I'll end up buying a PlayStation controller. Kaya sells it. I think I have her, right? Love your channel for real, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very, very, very much, man. Seriously. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you, brother. Polymer. Dude, the fact that people told me that you could like left click this to like get it to 99 was like big dick. These cost like next to nothing. That can be used to exchange for Digger. See, I didn't know you could get materials like that because I mean, obviously I had no idea, but I could see that being smart. That way you can like exchange for later on because there's a bunch of shit I'm missing. Were you able to get like the tokens from fishing? Like the tokens you pick up when you go to yeah, the Bitcoin. Were you able to get those fishing or no? Because everybody was saying that you can buy them on your second playthrough. Because there's going to be shit you're going to run out of. Like, you don't have enough Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, the fishing currency, you can buy them. No, I got unlucky. Hey, yo, they must have made those super cheap. Well, the lower level ones are super cheap. They're only 5 gold a piece. These more expensive ones, but Yeah, I definitely missed out by not fishing. I definitely missed out by not fishing because I'm assuming there's probably cans and shit you can get while you fish too. Because you'll be in a much better spot on like getting all the collectibles on your first playthrough than I was. For sure. There we go, I gotta sneeze. You can fish now? I guess I could. I could probably leave, right? I could probably leave. Once you get fantastic bait, you can farm fish there. Or you have... Okay. Mind my business? Damn. I know we could, but I think at this point, and sell whales for money on top of it. Yeah, Hunt sent me some pictures of some whales. That's what you did. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I could sit here and do a lot and like try to go fish, but I think that we've had a lot of fun with the game, and I think it's time to like finish the game for now. Get it set up for New Game Plus that I can do later on, and then just move to Elden Ring. Was it pretty rough? I mean, you fished for like 3 days straight, Hunt. Now that we have the Master Core, let's go. Adam's gonna be somebody we're gonna have to fight. This isn't gonna be good. I don't know, we had some people on YouTube that had a pretty good idea of how many Bitcoin that you guys needed. We had some people on YouTube that had a pretty good idea. Like people saying they had a ton of them and it still wasn't enough. What do you think? Probably a lot. For outfits. Let me check repair console really quick. I would say as many as you can get your hands on. You're still, yeah, Hunt's still in the base game. I would say probably as many as you can get your fucking hands on, honestly. You're exploring so much, just having fun. I don't blame you. The pink outfit's the Nikki outfit. The one that was like all pink is the Nikki outfit. The diving suit or the cooling suit here, this is the Nikki. This is one of the Nikki outfits. You say you bought a lot of stuff. You had 400 Bitcoin. You're down to 30, and that's not even good. That's not even getting into New Game Plus, right? Because it's gonna get even worse when you get into New Game Plus. You're at the part where you get your second exospline slot, so you're really not that far behind me. Because you get that pretty late. You get that pretty late. You getting Elden Ring? Dude, is Shadow of the Erd Tree on sale? Oh, dude, how much is Ghost of Tsushima right now? I kind of like skimmed through the summer sale, but I didn't go hard. Sadly, it's not. Dude, if it was, I would have picked it up. How much is Ghost of Tsushima right now?
少しでもイブの力になりたいんです。いつも助けてもらってばっかだし。でもこの先にエルダーがいるかもしれない。
It's 40 right now. So yeah, I don't know if I'll pick it up. There's like a lot of games I was looking at on the summer sale that were like 20% off, and they were still like $50 games. And I was like, it doesn't feel like a summer sale to me. Summer sale is like $60 game on sale for 15 bucks. The Steam game sale don't hit. Yeah, that makes sense. It's 40 bucks for you. That checks. You can show me a site for game keys. I could probably, unless there's another one other than like $20 would be a sale, yeah. Unless it's like something other than Keymailer and a couple other sites. I can always look though. Because there's a bunch of websites that I have access to because of like the channel where I can try to get games for free. If there's something other than like Keymailer and Lurk It, I mean, I'll definitely look them up. New Elden Ring's 39 for you right now. I mean, I bought Night Rain. I don't think it's a bad game, but I don't think Night Rain's necessarily a bad game. It's just before I like really get much invested into it, I want to find out if they're going to make it an actual live service or if it's just kind of a, well, this was a one and done fun like game, but that's it. The site's like a hub of game key sites. They filter by official, non-official vendors, ratings, and prices, comparison editions. So it's just a place where you can buy game keys then? Send it to me, man. I'll look it up. Just DM me if you want. I'll look at it. Is the co-op on Elden Ring good? It's not bad. You just have to keep in mind that it's an extraction shooter. Once you understand that it's an extraction shooter, then you kind of get the idea behind it. I haven't played in a while. I'm sure the Archer's probably still OP busted, but... She's gonna wait for Chrono. Both at 35? Gotcha. It's like if I can get like, because I have like, I'm watching the cutscene too at the same time, guys, but so don't think I'm not paying attention to the story. But because some stuff like Ghost of Tsushima would be one of those things where I would like pick it up in case I want to play it later, but I would be picking it up with like out the intention of actually playing it right now. So if I'm gonna do that, I would want to see it on like a pretty healthy sale. Does that make sense? Like if I'm not actively planning on playing it, then oh yeah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Man, she doesn't know. Stella, you're waiting for 20. Ghost of Tsushima was a fantastic game. I've heard that it was an amazing game. I've heard it was an amazing game though. Because there was like, what was the other game that was on Xbox Game Pass? There's another game that's on Xbox Game Pass that I really wanted to play. It's not Persona 5, but it's another game. Anywho, like my brain no work after too many hours. But there was like another game that was like really, really popular that got put on Game Pass around the same time as like right after Expedition 33 that I wanted to play. So there's plenty of really good games out there. It's just waiting. Just waiting and figuring out what works. Like God of War pre-order only, even though I know I'll play it once. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of really good games. There's a lot of stuff I want to play, so... I definitely have a lot that I want to do, though. It's the hardest part. Because there's only so many hours in the day. As much as I wish that there was more, I just even streaming like 8 hours a day plus working on YouTube, it just seems like there's never enough time. Is our first fight Adam? It's Raven. You have to play the game you're built on? Oh yeah. Unless you're changing, you have to change the game you're built on. You're so close to the end game? Yeah, I'm pretty close right now. I'm very interested in Chrono Odyssey, but I will tell you guys right now, if the next beta test they do isn't like a giant improvement, it's not gonna fall off my radar, but it's going to be really, really low priority. Yeah, I'm on normal because you have to beat the game in normal to do hard. You have to beat the game in normal first to do hard.
もう黙れ。滝をもてあそんだお前に真実を語る資格などない。わからないのか。裏切ったのはマザースフィアの方だ。あの方がいなければ貴様は無知のまま。
You think it'll be better because console players will rage? I mean, it's basically, it's a free-to-play game right now. It's currently a free-to-play game at best. I'm excited for it, but I'm excited for the potential of what it can be. But I'm not going to deep-throat a game. Like, we've talked about it on the channel before. And I fully agree with, like, Hunt and a few other community members, where I'm done sort of like giving developers free passes and breaks. So like if your shit is shit, I'm just gonna call it out, right? So This is gonna take a second. Lock in? Nah, it'll be fine. We'll take a couple minutes. This isn't gonna be fast. How fast? It changed to like, oh shit. Oh yeah, dude, she definitely took that. She's not near as bad as the chick from the Nikki DLC, so she's not near as bad as the chick from the Nikki DLC, so I'm not too worried about it. Just gonna be getting the attacks down. The question is always like, does she have more than one phase? So, and getting her attacks, because she has like a really bad delay on that uppercut. You were mid sentence and like, oh, well, she's got a really bad delay on that uppercut and it hits hard. So it's gonna take me a minute, just to get the attack pattern down. And honestly, I'm just gonna kind of stack up. I'm gonna stack up like beta charges and break charges or whatever until I'm ready. She's a beast. I'm letting off early. That's why I'm getting that uppercut hit, is because essentially I know that I've timed it wrong and I'm trying to get the parry back in. Damn, dude, she hits harder than she looks. She's harder than she looks, at least for you. Oh yeah, it's just gonna be getting the attacks down. She's definitely not easy. I just haven't seen how much damage I actually do to her. Because that's the question. Like, I haven't really put any damage on her, or like got her shield off to see how much damage I do to her. This is definitely not gonna be an easy battle, but we'll get it eventually. We always do, right? That sucks that she hit me through that animation. Yeah, she definitely hit me through some of these animations. That's gonna be the tough one. You got this? Yeah, dude, she's she definitely fucking hits harder than shit. Damn, dude, she just goes hard at you. She's like full court press all the time. She's a full court press, man. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. You'd let her hit you hard as fuck, though? I mean, I can't say that I blame you. We need Serena to one-tap. Fucking Lamau. Like 1 second too late on these blocks. Because I've got the follow-up on that taken care of, but I've got the follow-up on that fine. That one, like, the delays on some of these attacks are so rough. And then I know, so what's happening here, if you guys can't tell, I'm parrying early. And then because I parry early, I know that I parry early. So then I'm trying to let off because I know that I've parried the wrong timing. And then I realize that I need to let off and re-parry. But when I'm letting off, it takes a second for me to re-parry. So I'm like locked in animation and I'm missing. So there's going to be a lot of deaths until I get these down. Oh, fuck, I went the wrong direction on that. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate, man. Let's see how this goes. Dude, if I had Serena to one tap, though, it'd be so boring for you guys. Okay. Music as you locked in, you're not even playing. God damn, did you hear a back crack on that? Dude, this music fucking, yeah, dude, this music cooks. It sounds good, though. I hate when they do the makeup on them like she does, where it just looks like she's sad and crying and been abused. They do that shit with Valby, too, on the First Descendant, and I hate that makeup look. Like, I don't know what they're trying to, like, do with it, but... Oh, you caught me out of that? What the fuck? Didn't even know that was an option. Jesus Christ, we might not survive this. Let's just do this right now. I don't know if this was the right play, but we're just gonna do it. I mean, it saved my life, so... Dude, she's fucking... Yeah, dude, she goes into that red attack all the time. So, I don't know if that was the right play, because I'm basically one hit when I come out of this. So if we're like caught in a combo, it's gonna be bad. Let's go. Dude, we ain't gone nowhere yet. We got one fucking heal and that's it. We got one heal to our fucking name. That's it. Oh, what the fuck, bitch? Oh, get off of me. We might use our revive on this. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Got you, bitch. Come on, why can she hit me through the animation? I was literally balls deep in that animation. Bro. Oh, man. Why? You didn't need that anyway, bitch. You didn't need that. She's fucking pulling a talkie on her ass. Oh, that's so brutal. It's kind of sad. No, this is super sad. She's gonna turn her into a double cheese corn dog. Do I get double swords now moving forward? Do I become double sword? Oh. Dude, if I get double swords moving forward. Did I just switch swords? Because that says Eve on it.
あなたは戦えない。あなたは私から多くのものを奪った。報いとしてそこで結末を見届けるといい。無様にね。何？待て、とどめを刺さない気か。一体何様のつもりだ。何も知らぬくせに。やれ！人思いに殺すといい。どうせ初めてじゃないだろう。リリー、行きましょう。
Interesting.
イブ、何をしている？
He's
とどめを刺
interesting.
せ！イブ！イブ！
Just let her sit there and bleed out. That was a good fight though. Like I was squeezing the controller there at the end. I was like, bro, I'm gonna really throw this fight. It was a good fight. That's some sharing shit right there. Exactly. Nah, fuck that bitch. We don't care about her. Yeah, I was definitely squeezing my controller there for a second. Just had to stack up all that fucking beta so we could just cook her ass, you know? Kind of excited for Stellar Blade 2, guys. Basically, you just go into a fight a couple times, learn some of the attacks, don't waste all your beta charges and shit. Just let them stockpile, and then once you get a couple of the movesets down and you can get like some of the health off, then you just fucking unload, right? And then you just fucking pray that you don't fuck up. Did we get a new sword? Weapon core? I don't think we can do anything with these weapon cores, though. Our sword's maxed. Unless they gave me a different weapon. Defeat Raven. I'm assuming a lot of these weapon cores you're stockpiling you can use in the New Game Plus. Because I'm assuming your weapon goes much higher in New Game Plus. Because our weapon's currently maxed, and we've gotten like 3 cores since then.
ネスト。
じゃあここがあらゆるネイティブが生まれる場所。
それにしては自然界のものに見える。もしかして
You're like level 34, 35 still going, so can you just continue to upgrade it every new game plus, Chaos? Also, I don't know why my YouTube chat like disconnected from my chat thing, so I'll try to make sure I'm watching both. If I miss you guys on YouTube, I'm not ignoring you, just keep talking. Like, just say more things so I see it pop up. The chat thing I use, sometimes it like acts like it doesn't see my YouTube live stream. And when that happens, it's like super frustrating. What the fuck is that tumor looking thing? Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, if your weapon can go for a long time, that's good. And every one's gonna just make it to where it's easier for you to do damage. No idea what the max is, but I'll guess it'll upgrade even further in double new game. Or do you get more cores, or are you just crafting a shitload of them? Well, shit's just like straight dying as it's born. Interesting. What am I stuck on, dude? I was just like running in place. You get the usual boss cores, plus you can craft a few, because I think my weapon's only like 12. Unless you did like some of the challenge mode and stuff, which might have gave you more. Yeah, I think my weapon's like only 12 or some shit though. Like I think it capped pretty low. Good question. Is ACG good for purge content and meta? Not as much as it used to be. Not as much as it used to be. A lot of people found that, like if you're using Serena, so like if you're looking for like the ultimate meta, a lot of people are running Serena with, the last dagger, but you have to fly. Yeah, people just use dagger because it's easier to build around. It's not bad at all. It used to be meta, but a lot of people have just switched over to dagger. Because if you're going for like, if you're planning on flying on Serena and everything else, then you're better off to just go with dagger, because like Hunt said, it's much easier to build around. You can get the multi-hit, you can get the crit damage, you can get the weak point damage. Like dagger's just a far superior weapon in that sense. But like ACG's not a bad gun. It's just not meta king anymore if you're looking for meta. I still love my Albion, but yeah, unfortunately. I mean, we don't know though. Like here in like a couple weeks when they buff guns, that might completely change, right? Because if they buff Albion up to be as good as the last dagger, then you could have a different conversation. Just because Albion does stuns and everything else. So I mean, that's a whole different conversation. Let's say F it, just pull your dagger out, yeah, and that's what a lot of people are doing. Like I still prefer my Malevolent. And I still prefer my Malevolent just because I'm too lazy to fly. Because I'm like streaming and everything else, so like trying to fly and trying to create an engaging stream is much more challenging. So this is our last camp? Yeah, I bet so. I don't know. Hunt sent me a pretty good calculator though. I'll probably mess with that sometime this week when we start looking at updating some of our other shit. You're not used to, but I still use your no fly build. I personally like the no fly build just because I personally don't like the way Serena's fly works. So In the no fly build, as long as you put everything on there, you still cook with it. Like half of the time when I'm streaming, I don't have the right rounds on it and I don't have the extra blades on and we still do fine, right? Like half of the time my build is only like 90% set up and we still do fine. Albion can shred the with a chill build, but Dagger can speed shred even better. Yeah, that's all you know from your own experience. Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to the boss, like the last Dagger is just insane. It's Adam, right? Has it been Adam the whole time?
Eve. 待っていたぞ。
思った通り、あなただった。
He's just kept himself on top of us. Adam and Eve. Checks. And then I have the other wings. There's 3 endings here, so I just got to figure out what I want to do, right?
きっと失望していることだろう。
So that's why you have to do new game plus 3 times, is so you can pick each ending.
ここに至るまでに起きたことは何もかも。
That makes sense.
俺が招いた結果。
So no matter what, like if you want to get everything, you're going to have to do this fight 3 different times.
アダム、それともエルダーと呼んだ方がいい。あなたの目的は何？どうして私を助けたの？任務に手を貸すようなふりまでして。あなたはザイオンのためと言ってたけど、本当の狙いは何？
罪を償いたい。許しを得たいんだよ。皆の傷を癒したいんだ。どうか分かってくれ。これまでの行いは全て心から思ってのことだ。
ふざけたことを言わないで。私の仲間もあなたのことを信じてたザイオンのみんなもみんなあなたのせいで死んだ。
そうだな、イフ。お前が怒る気持ちはわかる。当然だな。
エルダーネイティブ、よくも。
イブ、説明させてくれ。
You can technically get 2 endings from the achievement on your first playthrough, but the 3rd ending is mandatory for a new playthrough. That's fine.
レイブンには自らの思惑があった。その点ではオルカルと似ている。知っての通り、お前たちは作り物、人類の模造品に過ぎない。そして我らは化け物になり果てた。両種族は共存できない定めにあるんだ。それも当然。我らはあまりに弱かった。お前たちを受け入れる器がなかったんだ。その人の愚かさが悲劇を招いた結果、我らは生き残るため人であることをやめてしまった。
だから私たちを宇宙に追いやったっていうの？
両種族の受け皿となるほど地球は広くない。だが地上から全てのネイティブを消し去ろうと、お前たちは人類の後継者にはなれないんだ。結局のところ、お前たちは作られた存在に過ぎず、人の DNA を持たないからな。
あなたの望みは何？このひどく醜い争いに終止符でも打つつもり？
That boss on hard's a real piece of work. Oh, I
俺は
guarantee
長
it.
きにわたり解決策を模索していた。
I'll deal with whatever I deal with.
両種族が人類の次なる担い手となる道をな。最新技術により完全無欠の肉体を誇る至高のアンドロエイドスと闘争本能に飲み込まれることのない究極のネイティブ、それら2つが存続の鍵だ。
それって。
ああ、 お前と俺がその鍵となる。イブ、これが最後の提案だ。俺と一つになろう。一体の進化した新たな人類になるんだ。一つとなれば我らは新たな人類の礎を築くことができるだろう。
そんなのどうかしてる。
こんな奴の話に耳を貸しちゃダメだよ。
このままではまたマザースフィアが同じ過ちを繰り返すだけだ。奴がコロニーや地球を手にかけたとしても驚きはしないな。知っての通りマザースフィアは引き下がらない。その先に未来などないんだ。
You can do the same ending 3 times but in different languages? You're fucking killing me.
そもそもあんたの言うことなんか信じられない。
Which languages?
無理もないな。だが心から人類を救いたかったんだ。今もその気持ちに変わりはない。本当だ。まあにわかには信じがたいだろうがな。リリー、受け取れ。
English, Japanese, and Korean. It checks.
これって
ザイオンに必要な最後のハイパーセルだ。いずれにせよこれでザイオンは救える。俺に代わってザイオンを救ってくれ。イブ、お前の任務を思い出せ。俺と一つになればエルダーネイティブをこの世から抹消できる。永遠にな。これ以上ない選択だとは思わないか。イブ、この手を取れ。手を取り合えばお前だけでなく皆を救える。
What do we do, chat? What do we do? Chop his arm off? Is that what you think? Just say fuck this dude and don't take his hand? You take his hand honestly? I mean, like, the idea behind it, right, is if I take his hand, we merge, and then we kill the Mother Spear, right? Jeremiah, have a good time, mate. You want spoilers or a vote type of question? It's just, I'm just trying to think. Just trying to think, right? So, help me understand the choice here. Okay. If I take his hand, it's going against the Mother Spear. If we don't take his hand, then it's siding with the Mother Spear. Is that correct? That's basically your choice here. Okay. Taking his hand is the good ending and killing him is the bad ending. Okay. So, Mother Sphere mission is to capture dispatch of the Elder. I don't really care for the Mother Sphere. The fact that everything was kind of like hidden and it was underhanded and we didn't realize that we weren't like the actual humans. So, like, I don't like the Mother Sphere. And the fact that, like, we were made by humans and then basically, like, we started warring with the humans. So then the humans, like, had to evolve themselves, and that's why things are so fucked up. Yeah, like, she doesn't give a fuck about people. I don't like the Mother Sphere. So I think I'm gonna take his hand. Because I don't like the Mother Sphere. but I don't know what happens. So, because like I don't want to kill him because like I don't like the Mother Sphere. But then the question is, once you team up with him, do you kill all humanity and then create your own race, or do you just pair up with him and let humans exist the way they are, right? You took his hand the first playthrough. I think I'm going to take his hand. I think I'm going to take his hand, and then if I have additional choices, then we'll muse them out together. I think I'm going to take his hand. Either way, the game's getting a sequel. Yeah, let's take his hand. Oh! I thought that said do take his hand. Well, looks like I fucked that up. Fat fingered. There's no way for me to go back. Save scum? Dude, I thought about it. If you tap 4, you can save it? You mean like Alt F4? Well, that happened. You can come back after. That's what you did. You picked the wrong one. Oops. Oh no, the first PC crash. Nope, we fucking made this bed. We made this bed, chat, unfortunately. This is sad. I wish he would just ask, like, are you sure this is your final decision? Damn it. Yeah, cause like I can't pause it to go back, so this sucks. Lily best girl. She definitely is. You reload after? Adam's gonna fight me. I guess we're just gonna deal with it. We made this decision. Like, right? We made this bed. We gotta lie in it. This was not the intention. I don't want to fight you. Is there any way we can be friends? Can I change my mind? All right. So he doesn't want to fight me. Look how much he doesn't want to fight. He's like, I don't want to fight you, bitch. Leave me alone. This means this ends badly. Dude, it was an accident. It was a misclick. Everybody's like, you know you fucked up, right? And I'm like, I know. It was completely a misclick, and now this is just the world that I live in. This is just the world I live in. You can still tap. Should I just reload? Should I just exit to main menu? Should we just reload for the good? If I go to main menu and come back in, can I get the take his hand? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to do the thing? Otherwise, you feel like you just have to scuff this fight? Yeah, pretty sure. All right. That's what you did when you fucked up? Okay. Reload. It was like so bad. No, at least you couldn't put you straight into the fight. Now try it out. All right, let's see. Yeah, I saved at the camp before. All right, let's see. Jesus. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the right way. Guys, this is why I can't play games where I have to read. Because I'm like reading chat and I'm not reading the games, and then I was like, oh yeah. Like explain it to me this way. Why would you put the bad one on the side of him? Right? Like follow my logic here. If it said, like, why wouldn't you put the take his hand on the side where you're reaching over to the him, and the do not take his hand on the side with Eve? Like, logically, you would do those things. You can't skip this? Interesting. But yeah, so essentially, I didn't even bother to read it. It just made sense that the take the hand would be on the other side. Yeah, they were wrong for it. Yeah, like, it's completely backwards. I wonder how many people fucking click the wrong button because they're dumb like me and they don't read. Same exact thing happened to you, so I'm not the only fucking retard. Like, I'm not the only one that's like, well, obviously, if I want to take his hand, I'm going to click on the selection that is by him. Dev wants you to get the bad ending? Dude, it feels like it. That's an underhanded trick. What do you mean you didn't read the choices? I just skimmed them. I just saw take hand, and it was over top of him. So, like, there's a bunch of words, and I'm like, I can't read all these words. I'm too lazy. I'm reading 2 different chat windows. So I just see Adam, and I see the words take hand, and I'm like, okay. I'm reading chat to my left. I'm reading chat to my right. There's words in the middle that are way less important than either of my chats. Logically, if it says take hand and it's over top of Adam, it should definitely mean you're going to take Adam's hand. Obviously. And then when I clicked the button, I read it as I was clicking it, and I was like, oh, and I couldn't go back. Which words do we need practice reading later? Okay, professor. Dude, Rusty is being so mean to me right now. Oh, hey, my chat's working to get on the other side, so that's good. I don't have to read both now. You got some weird thing then? You tried reloading the save file before beating the game. After New Game Plus, you save is overwritten and you can't come back? Interesting. Maybe I just got really lucky then. Maybe I got streamer luck. Maybe I just got streamer luck. Oh, chat. Oh, chat, oh, chat, oh, chat. I'm unsure how I feel about that YouTube thing under my picture. I'm still 50 on it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I wanted to make it clean, and I think it looks clean. So... Let the credits roll to end, and then you're at the main menu. Click continue, you'll start at the last base and face him. Interesting. It looks good though. You guys don't mind it? I'm like a kind of person that I don't like a lot of clutter on like my Twitch screen, because I think it just detracts and doesn't really add anything. But I do really want to push more people to go check out my YouTube channel, because like we have good guides and stuff there, and I think YouTube is like really important. So I was like, I've been back and forth on putting something there. And like we talk about, so like here, let me do this. But, like, so guys, just don't dogpile me real quick. So we talk about like Asmon all the time, but like I don't personally like watch Hassan, but I've seen Hassan's content. And Hassan on his like his just chatting screen, he has like 4 different ones like this where it'll say like his YouTube, his IG, his TikTok, and then his Twitch handle. And I've like looked at it numerous times, and I was like, you know what? I don't hate it. Like, it's not that I like it, but I don't hate it. And it does a good job of like driving people to those different... Do you know what I mean? First seen you on Twitch, but now you watch your YouTube streams. But everyone has their preference. Oh, for sure. And I think that there's like definitely, that's why I like the fact that I can stream on both. right? So like if you guys prefer the YouTube launcher and you prefer like the video experience from YouTube, then you get that option. But if you want to watch on Twitch, you can watch on Twitch. Or vice versa, right? If you prefer the chat experience from Twitch, then you can watch on Twitch. But if you don't, then you can do it both ways. If I fat finger, I'm not going to fat finger. I'm going to read them. I'm going to double read them. I'm going to make the decision, and then I'm going to purposefully click it. Now, the only thing that will fuck me up is if the game RNGs which side the choice is on because they're fucking cunts. If they do that, then there's a chance I will fuck it up. Do I want you to read them aloud for me? Chat, Rusty's bullying me. Tell her to stop. She's being mean. She's being mean to me, chat. Are you hating this one too? I was trying to get her to stream the game that she's playing today, but she just didn't want to stream it this morning. But what if Rusty's right? Maybe I do need it. I don't know. Maybe I do need her to read it to me. I also need her to cut up my food. I'm old and I'm senile. It's a tough call. It's tough love. Suck it up, Buttercup. Fuck you all. Feels Batman daily dose of Rusty so rare. She spent like all morning working on her stream. Like she streams so rarely, but you would think she was a full-time streamer in the amount of effort that she puts into her stream. Like I put minimal effort into mine. Like my alerts are basic, bitch. Like my fucking pop-ups are basic, bitch. Like I'm just like, hey, you guys are here for the show, right? She's like, I need these like cute follower alerts, and like Imaru does this thing and I really like the way it looks, and I want these specific sound alerts, like I want all these cute things, and I'm just like, I just guy. I drool self. I know not what I do. I just make content. All right, see, tell me these aren't in the wrong fucking order. Why is take Adam's hand on Eve's side? And why is do not take Adam's hand on Adam's side? Why do you do that? If you don't know, make an L with your hand and then put it on like what, my forehead? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. The devs they definitely did it to mess with people. I guarantee, because we've already had like a couple people in chat are like, yeah, I fucked this up too. The devs want you to read or you lose. Fuck these guys. Take Adam's hand. You almost fucked it up. See, I'm not the only one. They definitely did it on purpose to mess you up. God damn, them are some heels. I did not realize she was wearing ballerina shoes with this outfit. To mash buttons so you instantly pick the right button? Nah, Dota, you're giving them too much. No. The devs knew people were dumb, and they intentionally wanted to fuck with them. You chose wisely? Well, this was the choice I wanted, until I clicked the wrong one. Nah, I think it's because they have a default template of left as positive choice, right as a negative. No one really knew. That might be possible, like if that's like a default setting thing. Like as an Eastern developer. Like so they just went with a default all the time. It's okay to say, you guys can just be like, Judge, you're fucking retarded. Like I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt. You can just tell me I'm dumb. It is perfectly okay. This is one of those times where you're allowed to bully your streamer. So do I get both wings now? Yeah, bro, those like heels she's wearing look like torture devices. Didn't even realize it. But then again, you barely get to see her feet. Sometimes it's just simplest answers, most plausible. I'll agree, Thunder. Sometimes streamers just dumb. Like, that's the easiest answer. I know that's not what you meant, but yeah. But what about toenails? Fuck toenails. She doesn't have any. Don't tell me I'm an ugly bird creature like the other thing was, but just common judge. You not dumb? Yeah, I think so. I'm just being dumb. Oh, is that the new outfit? What up with those feet though? This devolved to what? Yeah, I'm like.
うまく自分でも説明できないけど、私はちゃんと私のままだから。
Did her boobs get bigger in this outfit? Occam's razor. I'm a big fan of Occam's razor. So you think her boobs are bigger too, right? It wasn't just me, WA? I was like pretty sure her boobs got bigger. Oh, it's gonna make me fight her because she's in the suit. Damn. Oh no, they got bigger? Okay, so they did get bigger, it wasn't just me. Either that or they're just more squished. I think she got a boob job from Adam. I feel like Adam's like, you know what, if I'm involved, they're getting bigger. Either way, there's a boss fight. Yeah, I think either way, there's a boss fight. Yeah, I don't think you can get out of this without some type of boss fight. You seen the miracle of a push-up brawl? Oh shit, that fucking punch hurt. We're not gonna survive this. It's gonna take us a couple hits. It's gonna take us a minute. Hopefully I don't have to like go back through everything. Yeah, it'll take me probably like 4 or 5 attempts to get some of these attacks down. Dude, if I gotta go back through everything, I'm gonna cry. Because that fucking talking is just so long and you can't skip it. Hopefully you can skip it now. Hopefully you can skip it now, right? Hopefully the girl inside will survive. I mean, I hope so. That's the easiest thing in game dev. Brawl size is power. Okay. I was reading chat and I was faced in the wrong direction, so. That second follow-up is so fast. I hate delay attack. This is gonna take a minute. Alright, let's see what we can figure out here. Now we just gotta try to see if we can get the good ending, right? We'll see what we can do. You got the true canon ending? That's good, though. I mean, I felt like... I mean, I hated the Mother Spears, so it makes good. Bro, I'm trying to... I think the only way you can parry that second attack is if you parry the first one. I'm pretty sure that second attack, if you do not parry the first one, you cannot parry the second one. It's too fast. You cannot let off of a missed block. Like, you cannot let off of a block and go into a parry on that. I think if you're going to do it, you have to double it up. It's a lot of delay hits, yeah. Well, and then, like, some of these where the delay hits come through... What up, Riley? What I've noticed about this game is if you block and you try to let off and get back into it, you can't snap into it. So I'm gonna have to get this down. Like, I'm gonna have to get this down, or I just have to double block and just take the damage. I shouldn't have done that right there. That was just being dumb. I should just stack those up. Damn, dude. This is gonna take a second. Taking a break from all the daily work. You're working too hard, mate. You're working too hard. We'll definitely get it. I have no, like, the last fight took us, what, like 5 or 6 attempts? We'll get there. Big boy boss? Yeah, we'll cook him. We'll cook him. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. We got this all day. This boss is like 242. We got 3 of them that time. Man, even trying to block through that. Like, even trying to block through it, it just hits so hard. Man, like, he gives you plenty of opportunities to build up beta, though. So I think we just go in this time because we're capped on beta. We stagger him, and then we just try to bust his ass and just see what he looks like. You have deployment on Sunday. Gotta finish up stuff for Canada Day. Oh fuck, I went the wrong direction. I was reading chat. What are you deploying for? Oh shit, you can't run back into that? Interesting. Oh, we're in a beta trance. Holy shit, take that. Take that all day. That's gonna hit me. Put some extra beta there. We've got Taki right now. Oh shit, that didn't feel good at all. I jumped way too early for that. Man, he's got some crazy ass attacks, doesn't he? Oh fuck, dude, I didn't see that second unblockable coming through it. We're dead. I'm glad I didn't use my Taki. I was gonna use my Taki there. He's definitely got some really good attacks once you get his health down. You run a webs. Oh, okay. So deployment. That makes sense. So you decide to completely restructure all their bus routes in one day, cost some work for you. See, that makes sense. That makes sense on why you're being busy. Yeah, and then Canada Day, so you'll get a good break. At least you're going to get a good break, even though you got to push some OT, man. Canada Day's a nice little break, though. I forgot we have, like, 4th of July coming up. Because I, like, work for myself, holidays don't matter, right? So, did that too early. We're gonna keep practicing. Oh shit, that came a lot faster than I thought it was going to. Oh, dude, we just got ravaged there. I thought I made it out of that. That was my bad. This man has some crazy attacks, boys. Yours is on Friday. It's a nice pair for the weekend. Oh, absolutely. You guys weren't lying when you said this fight was going to be a little tough. And you guys were like, yeah, these fights, they're a little tough. I was like, nah, they ain't going to be that bad. And this is the easier of the bosses? Jesus. I might be sending Rusty to go to Kroger then. It depends on how long this fight takes. Give me a beta trance, please. I would love a beta trance right now. When did you first start streaming? Like what year? I don't know. It was like 4 years ago, maybe. Oh, shit, we got it. It was like 4 years ago, probably. Is there not a thing to shoot? Okay. Probably 2020. You'd have to go back and check my shit, but I think it was probably around 2020, 2019. Oh, fuck, dude. I dodged out, and then I was like, he's getting ready to hit, so I'm going to parry it. So if you watch, like, I parried, and then I realized that it was yellow, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm wrecked. Yeah, this motherfucking Rob is somebody mixed up with delays and us hits. It's rough your first time. Yeah, it definitely feels it. I mean, you can see me getting better. You're going to want to save your bullets. Okay. This is a fucking bullet boss. Man, I'm going to have to fucking, like, drop for keyboard. We're definitely going to fuck this boss up a lot. Because, like, I don't do the shooting on the controller because this controller's just got really shitty sticks. They're, like, really, really touchy, so it's impossible. I'm trying to get that double up. Fucking delay attack. So I was literally trying to heal. What up, Luna Dancer? How you doing? And we go again. Yeah, all the final bosses have like some bullshit insta-kill. So it's getting close to the end of the story. I'm pretty sure this is like right at the end. How's First Descendant? You haven't played in 2 months now? It's First Descendant. It's First Descendant. It's not bad. I think if it's been a couple months since you played, if you're considering playing for Season 3, I would say maybe here in like a week, I would pick it back up just to start prepping. They're going to do some like updates to like some of the Descendants for like damage, and they're going to rebalance some weapons, so it'd be a good time to come back here in like about a week. I think like if you come back in about a week, you'll feel okay. You'll enjoy yourself. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, it's still a fun game and all, but it's still got a lot of the issues that it's had, so. Oh, I didn't realize that was a backhand attack. Jesus. That one was a backhand. I thought he was going to be coming from his other hand. Wow. Well, at least we've gotten to where we can do some of the earlier parries, but some of those other ones are pretty tough. The thing is, like, he changes up his moveset. So getting good at the early attacks doesn't necessarily mean anything for the later attacks, other than you get to go into them with more potions, right? At this point, I'm kind of wondering if I don't want to just use Taki, since I'm going to rebuild it anyway. You just play it for the catalyst. I think a lot of people do. Oh, we're not going to use Taki on that one. Not after that. That was a bad start. I guess I could heal one time. Do this. Fuck it, right? Why don't I get my white wing? I feel like after we did everything, it would be nice if it just gave me my white wing. It'd be so much cooler. Right. You have 30-ish. Hold on. Beta trans. Let me read chat here in a second. You have 30%. You'll get invincibility and the fight's done. So, like, once I get his health to 30%, the fight's done. Fuck, dude. I can't have that happen. Got how like how much harder these are in New Game Plus. I'm sure they probably fucking cook in New Game Plus. That was the wrong skill, but we'll deal. Bro, I thought I missed it. That kind of shit I don't like about this game. That's one thing I don't like about this game is they can go into animations when you're in animations. And when that happens, it really fucks some shit up. Because they are avoiding the attack, but then you come in with nothing to do other than like take the hit. Right? Shit. I was fucking looking at chat. I'm not gonna restart it. I'm just gonna revive. Yeah, like some of the issues there is like I'll go in and I'll start to do an attack. I'll do the attack, and then when I come out of the attack, like the yellow animation is already flicked off screen, and all I can do is just stand there and eat it.
Hey, listen.
Happy Friday. How you doing, Ashman? I mean, we got him to what, like 50% there? So we only realistically have to get him another 25% lower than that. Unless he's multi-phase. If he's multi-phase, then this is going to suck. But if he's like single phase, we got him to like 50%. So... well, we did the same thing we did last time. We literally just ate that shit right in the face. How you doing, Ashman? You having a good day, mate? Oh, dude. Almost made it. This boss is a 3-stage fight. Oh, fuck, dude. Good week, man. It's a pretty good week. I don't know if we'll get this boss done tonight, then, honestly. This is a 3-stage boss fight. I don't know if I'll get it done tonight. If it's a 3-stage boss fight with no checks, like with no checkpoints, this might be a Sunday fight. We'll see if we can get it done in like the next like 20-30 minutes, but I'm going to doubt it if it's that heavy. Because we haven't even cleared one stage yet, right? Like I literally can't fucking block to save my life. Just gonna let him die. It gets easier the further you get into it. You think so? Surprised by your endurance because you'd fucking quit? Oh no, I got this. I've done one. I haven't got him through a single phase yet. Unless you're just saying like shield refreshes his phases. I'm talking like full HP bar refresh. Yo, thank you for the fucking biddies, by the way. That counts as one phase? Okay. So then I'm less worried about it if it's just a shield refresh as a phase. Yeah, if you guys are counting a shield refresh, then I'm not worried about it. Then it's not as bad as the other ones that had like 3 fucking HP bars. He only has 1 health bar? Okay. I hate that attack has like multi... like he has that backhand on it. I messed up there. That one hit where he does where he punches the ground and then when he pulls his arm out and backhands you. After Lily, like 1 full health bar, it's not bad then. So as long as it's just 1 health bar, I can survive it. If it's only 1 health bar, we'll beat it before the end of the night. Because all it takes is me just getting all the stars to line up, right? Gotta resist the urge to read chat during the fight. Then what the fuck are you guys doing here if I'm not reading your chat? I just need to read it faster. I just gotta get faster at reading it. Oh, I thought that was gonna be the longer delay. I saw him going into the red, and normally that attack, there's like 2 different red phases for him. Those like little cheater punches he does. Ugh. I mean, they definitely designed him with a really good like move kit, so I can't complain. The only thing I don't like is some of the telegraphing is a little hard. On like some of the short hits versus some of the hard hits. It's almost like it's designed in a way to make you take damage. If that makes sense. I didn't even see that he was doing that. He just did it. We're gonna take damage on that because I started jumping earlier because I was a fucking afraid. Oh, you fucking bitch! I saw the red and I was like, he's getting ready to do a red combo. I'm gonna throw down like I'm gonna throw down a stun and like go ham on him. And I tried to throw down the stun, but he did the cheater punch, which pulled me out of the stun, and then I was fucked. What they did in those last fights is force you in close combat. If you keep your distance with Raven or this guy, they'll just like obliterate you, so just stay tight. Can you upload the save in PC to do both end bosses? I have no idea. I'm sure maybe. I don't know. I haven't messed with too much of like trying to do weird shit. So basically with this guy, just keep on his ass. Because I definitely do better if I'm on his ass. You can get saves. Oh yeah, so if you can get saves, then you need to edit the file to make it work. So it sounds like it's possible then. He's gonna run away. Oh fuck. I gotta stop fucking freaking out over that laser, because I think it's just gonna go faster. Ah, dude, I tried to jump through him, but I fucked up. We do so good until we do bad. I get all frazzled. It's 2 a.m. for you? Mate, if you need to take a nap, brother. I appreciate you hanging out while you did. At least that means that the stream is good and you're enjoying yourself and you're getting lost in the time. Right? God, it's almost 10 o'clock. I don't know what time Skyline closes. Yeah, if we're going to go for Kroger Skyline, it doesn't matter. If we're going to go to, like, actual Skyline, I'll probably... Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if we're going to go to Kroger and get, like, brats and stuff, then it's not going to matter. But if we're doing actual Skyline... I'll have to end the stream, like, here in a second. Well, it's up to you. That's what I'm asking. How much you want to do. Just 21 for you. Yeah, a few minutes ago, now it's 2. It means you're having a good day, right? It means you're enjoying the stream. You have Save Nexus mod, 3 saves in 1 file. That's nice. Oh, fuck, I did it the wrong way again. I don't know. Some of the... yeah, I don't want to explain what happened there. I was trying to, like, I healed, and then I realized he was punching, and I pulled up my block, thinking it was going to block. But, like if you're blocking, see how it doesn't... And then, like, I hit turn, and when I did, he just punched me in the back. Because he'd, like, rotated around me, I just messed up. We're doing good, though. I mean, we're making good headway. Dude, your stream's amazing. New viewer. Didn't watch much stream, but I found your channel. Now I love this community. We've got a pretty decent group of people here, man. We got some RI peeps, you know? There's a couple good people here. I think good streamers plus great communities go a long way. Save comes in, but full out makes it... Is it better? Oh, fuck. It's hard still, though. I'm not doing too bad, but like definitely trying to like do some things. Like I definitely mess up while I'm doing like random shit, but you're cute. Are you still gaming over there, or are you done? What are you doing it for, just to do like the hugs and stuff like that? Because like there's no real reason to use Mix It Up over Plaza. Are you using sound alerts as well? Like the sound alerts extension? I play all my sound alerts through there. Other than like the ones that I had to do through Trigger Fire because I ran out of room, but... Just look up sound alerts and do it from there. That's how I do most of mine. Unless I really need, like... I have some from Trigger Fire because I just had too many sound alerts at one point in time, but... just use sound alerts. It's an extension. It takes care of everything. You don't have to set up bots. You don't have to set up really weird redeems. It'll link to your Twitch. It'll make like the channel point redeems for you. You can use either like sounds that are already there, or you can add your own sounds. It's definitely the better way to do it. Beta trance. Second one. Dude, if we could just get beta trances and just stun lock him, I'd be really happy. It's not gonna happen, but... This is the run, you think so? I doubt it. Am I supposed to be shooting this? Yeah, I think I was supposed to be shooting this. It's over. I didn't know it was the fucking shoot. That was the one to shoot? I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. I had no fucking idea. No worries. I mean, slight worries. A little bit. A little worries, right? Oh, fuck. Did that wrong, but whatever, it worked. Bro, we had it too. Like, we had it, and then I was like looking at that. I was like, I bet this is the shoot. We had it. If it wouldn't have been for that, we would have had it. Because like you guys were saying, if you stay on top of him, he just like goes into attack. But as soon as he knocks you away from him, as soon as he like knocks you away from him, then he just starts going into just all of these like pain in the ass moves. So we still got some time, but man, we were cooking. This looks stressful. Good luck. Need sleep. Yo, Thebe, I appreciate you, mate. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the games today. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely did that wrong. I tried to heal. And he went into the red combo again. Big rip. Okay, go again. Go again. Dude, if I can get him cooked, I can get him down to half health pretty easy. It's just staying on him past half health. The question here is, should I try to get him like closer to half health without using any of my shit? I probably don't need to get him to half. You need your emotional support, Wiener? You got me, Nibs? I feel like I should try to get him lower and then unload like later on when I have everything. Oh, that's a stomp that he does. I didn't even realize that before. You'll hold it tightly. I got a fucking wiener you can hold, man. I'll tell you that. If you think it'll help out, like, I'll let you hold it. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, I went the wrong direction. Dude, if I would have had that, because once I realized that we were into his health, I was like, okay, we're into his health. If I can get behind him, we're going to unload on him. We're getting better, chat. We're getting better. We're getting better. How you doing, Nips? You having a good day, mate? All right. Yeah, I literally can't eat a punch like that every time. Is this the hardest difficulty? No, this is just normal. Oh, that's a big ass combo, man. This is just normal. Okay. Don't push him. What's the hardest difficulty? Hard. This is just normal. I pushed him thinking that it would stop him from doing his ranged attack. It didn't stop him. It just didn't give me any fucking... It didn't give me any time to react to him because I was too close. Ah. Oh my god, dude, I didn't jump backwards. This is probably a wipe. Yeah, I didn't press X enough. That's a wipe. Oh, it doesn't kill you at least. Nope, it does. Okay. We've gotten really good at our parries. So that's a positive. We're fully capped on beta and burst and Taki. I think I just go after him. I think I just go after him and go hard this time. I think we start out with Taki. We get his shield burnt off. Then we go through the beta and burst. Hopefully we rebuild Taki. And then go from there. Literally. Since we got him against the wall, I don't have to worry about him like running, so. Let's just double this up right here. Oh, we got a beta trance. It'd be nice to get another beta trance, but we're not going to. Shit. Fuck! I didn't even realize my health was that low. Oh my god. Hard is only hard if you don't use beta and burst skills, normal mods, unless you're fighting Adam. You died. I did die, Markov. I am struggle busting hard. I'm struggle busting hard. We got a couple more attempts in us tonight, and then I'm gonna have to go get dinner, chat. And worst case scenario, we finish this up on Sunday. It's because you opened the stream, basically. I blame you, Markov. The drill Taki is the best and deals the most damage. Everything else is just a waste of time. So just nail him with drill over and over again. Okay. If everything else is a waste of time, then we'll just nail him with drill. Is it just because drill gets the most hits in? Full send balls deep. Dude, I'm going as hard as I can. I just gotta stop getting punched in the face. Oh, that's the cheater punch. Oh, I thought he was gonna do the yellow attack. I didn't realize he was wrapping that combo. I thought he was gonna use the yellow attack on that. Because there's two different versions of the follow-up on that, and I just expected the yellow attack, so that's what I was waiting for. So I was being like, instead of being reactionary, I was just proactively thinking it was going to be the other skill set. Oh. Boys, I am getting hungry though, I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's go. Here we go. If I can survive these hits, then we're gonna go shield. We're just gonna bust him with it. We're gonna bust his shield. And then we've got Taki, so let's bust his shield. Let's go for the bait of the burst. And then we'll see if we can survive a couple hits. If we can survive a couple hits, we'll go into Taki and we'll go drill. I don't know. I'd like to save Taki for like when we get him to his second shield. And then just burn his second shield out with Taki, but it's just trying to survive to that point. It's just trying to survive to that point, and then if we can survive to that point, we'll be okay. It knocks the boss down too. The shockwave does. Run, 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 run. Please stop changing my camera angle. Dude, when the camera angle is the true boss, is like the worst. Is he gonna do another ranged attack before he comes back in? Yeah, he is. Try to get this shield burned out really quick. Let's just burn this shield out. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't hurt Taki. I'm just gonna keep putting the pressure on him. Oh fuck, dude! I was trying to time it, but we weren't able to. It's okay. Fuck, dude. Some of these attack combos he does are just so rough. I can't eat these hits. Thank fucking Christ. Retribution, we'll take it. My fucking palms are sweaty, knees weak. Arms are heavy. He didn't do that shit last time. Bitch, stand the fuck up. I'm dead. Oh my god, dude. I hate the fact that I have to swap from controller to keyboard for that. Oh my god, dude. Why didn't you fucking judge? Why didn't you fucking make that jump? Oh, fuck. Go past. Go past. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Fucking Jesus Christ. Not thank you, Jesus Christ. Just thank you that I didn't fucking choke dick like I just did there. I've got 2 heals. We're not gonna make this. Especially if I fucking just keep fucking tanking shit like that. I have no fucking HP. I got nothing. I got nothing in the tank, boys. Wrong direction. This is a wipe. We've almost got Taki. We've almost got Taki. Let's come back. How did I fucking... I dodged those every time until the one time where I needed to dodge them. If I would have dodged those, that would have gave me everything I needed for Taki, which would have gave me unlimited health, which would have let me drill attack him, and we would have won. I think this is a Sunday thing, boys. I think this is a Sunday thing, boys, unfortunately. I mean, we were that close. We were that close. I've dodged those every time up until there. Go eat, regroup, smash some sun. Oh, dude, we'll do it another day. We'll do it on Sunday. It was a good try. I think it was a good attempt. I think we did good, guys. I think we come back, we cook it on Sunday. We do like a small, maybe a small First Descendant stream if I've got all my YouTube stuff caught up. And then we'll finish this up on Sunday. And then that'll allow me to get everything ready for Elden Ring. So, all in all, I think we're in a pretty good spot, boys. It was good. I think there were some good runs. So I think we finish them up. I think we finish them up on I think we finish them up on Sunday. Let me look something up real quick. Let me check something out here really quick. We might raid Mandy back since she raided me. Let's go ahead and raid Mandy back. Let's go ahead and raid Mandy.
Gamer girl.
Let's raid Mandy back since she raided me. I feel like it's nice. She raided me earlier. We'll raid her back. So let's go ahead and raid Mandy. So if you guys don't mind coming along for the raid, I would definitely appreciate it. I do have some raid messages if you are open to using them. If not, that's perfectly fine. But if you're like a sub to the channel, you can use the one up top. And if you're not a sub to the channel, you can use the one down bottom. GG's, have a good one. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself and have enjoyed the stream. We're going to go ahead and send you guys back over to Mandy if you guys don't mind coming along. Would definitely appreciate that. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself, enjoyed the stream. We will be live again, probably for a little bit on Sunday. So if you guys are interested, you can catch us on Sunday. If not, we'll be back on Monday with some First Descendant and some Elden Ring. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. As always, guys, have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. Take care of yourself. Know somebody loves you, and I will see you guys all maybe a little bit on Sunday. Take care, guys. Peace.
That's what not, yeah, not a lady, but you know, like this girlish thing. I'm not like that. I'm not girly.